turn the lights on a little bit. There you go. We got the financials. Look at Goldman Sachs. This is frustrating. I didn't make the videos last week because a lot happened last week, and I apologize to everyone because it seems like what we have been waiting for, the setup, happened last week. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We were right here last week, or the last time we talked, right around here, and we held the level and we skyrocketed. So there you go, man. Is that the? It really did too, man. This is terrible. I'm really frustrated right now. I'm just letting you know, because we finally hit the all-time high, and the setup was right there, and I wasn't in, and we didn't look at it, and it's a 40-point move, man. 40 points. That's literally what we were looking for. So I apologize to y'all. Damn. All right, so let's check out the last 10 days, basically. Okay, so this is great telling. I'm glad we did this. So our 50% mark would be the 395. The 786, we bounced off of it on Friday. Now, if we're starting this upcoming week come Monday with a little bit of a bearish tone, or like a bullish tone, let's see if we can break out of the 418 and start trying to reach the 428, which would be the 127 extension of the large 100 point of 395. If you see where I'm discussing, market comes in a little bit. Let's say we're coming a little bearish. The 400 all the way to the 395 would continue in the bullish side of the recent explosion. There we go. That's a good word. So just keep into mind for that. It's kind of pay attention on Monday, because it really depends on how the whole market's gonna feels on Monday. Kind of dictate what's going on over here. FAS. Oh my goodness, they went all the way up to. No wonder those options. Yeah, I really haven't been paying attention to the market for this last week, which I've been busy doing other things. And FAS has absolutely exploded in August, as in we went from 103 basically to 128 since the last time we talked. Yeah, I don't see really any problem. We hit the all-time high on Friday. Let's give ourselves a nice little line here. So we are at some support for FAS. We all know, I've said this numerous times with FAS, it is extremely volatile. So be very careful, because if we have, just I was talking about Goldman Sachs, I mean, we had 2 nasty days. It's like 4 points on Goldman Sachs and 2 points on FAS, but it really doesn't even look like that mattered whatsoever. So just be careful. This upcoming week is option expiration, so we could roll over to even to the 115, and it's still extremely bearish or bullish. Excuse me. The 122 to the 118. It all depends on how bullish it is. If it hits the 786 and it bounces from there, it's extremely bullish. 68 or 618, it's medium bullish, and 50%, it's still bullish. But don't forget, we still have this 786 from the larger trend, which is in between the 50 and the 61. So just keep that in mind. I could see us rolling back down to the 118, 10 points from here, gathering ourselves, and like basically so all the option sellers right here can basically buy all their options back, and then by Friday. Okay, BlackRock was doing its thing as well. Not quite as impressive. Still kind of broke out, break above, look above and fail, which the breakout was 118. We're below the 118 right now. I already drew this in because I was looking at this when I'd sold an option, or I'd bought down here and I sold up here. So I did catch one of the financials. I just didn't catch them all. And this was a lot more expensive than maybe the Goldman Sachs because it's twice as expensive, and it went just about the same distance. So, when FAS would have been a lot cheaper than all of them. Either which way, I don't see much of a problem anywhere here. I do see we could roll all the way down to the 904 to the 890. I don't really see the 890 quite so much. I do see the 905. I see us kind of catching down at the 905. It goes in line with right here, but the 890, that's a little bit of a stretch. However, let's get our lines out here. Boom. Boom. If you see, let me change the color on these two. I'll make it this color. I'll make this that same color. Okay. So with BlackRock, it is, I could see where this is why I did it. So it make the colors are different. There are no other colors or that color. So the 786 it was the resistance or the support of right here. The 618 is the resistance turned into support starting on 8-9, which was really what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which was last Monday. So does it have the probability of coming down to the 786? Yes. Does it go all the way down to the 890? Not sure, but that's still a very high support area. It's very visual on the map, so just be careful on that one. As long as it stays above the 880, I would say it's still in a bullish trend. All right, let's talk to Chuck. Charlie Schwab. Okay, looks more of like a laggard. Not at all, really. Look at this. I mean, boom, boom, right? It held our line at the 67. Now we're at 74. Man, I'm frustrated with myself. I didn't watch any of this last week. Anyways, we are knocking out the door. We are really knocking out the door. 75. Let's do a little Fibonacci right here. Boom to boom. See, and then we bounce right on the 786. Depending on the market Monday, right? Because I don't see any problem with this whatsoever. My only issue, right? The only issue I see is if the market just craters on Monday, just basically as a as like a correction, then I see this coming down and jiggling maybe to the 71, but I don't see it going past the 71 and all the way to the 70. I think this wants to break out of the 76, break out, and you know, maybe by the end of Friday or a week from Friday, we'll be testing up at the 60 or the 78 levels. CME group. Very disappointing. I would have thought CME group. Well, what did we do here? Oh, we even beat. I would have thought CME group would have been up here trying to test its May highs. However, it didn't. We beat, but let's see, did we beat more over here or less? Okay, we had a larger beat over here than over here, but doesn't look like the market's really respecting it, or it could be doing. Let's come back here. Look at what Goldman Sachs did. Earned, came all the way down to support, and then took off. BlackRock. They earned right here, dropped all the way down, and then took off. Well, and then basically beat the high, come back in and let's at least see for higher. When we talk to Chuck, their earnings right here, we kind of cratered down and boom, starting to come back up. So CME group, let's see if we can do the same thing. Earnings come out, they hit support or resistance like to the key and flush down all the way down to support. Look below and fail, but key point, we did not make a new low from this point. We almost did. What is this, a double bottom? Let's get our line in there, see what we're doing. Okay, yeah, so it's basically a double bottom from right there. As long as we hold above the 206.14, look for us to try to take out the 215. I know you're like, what? That's far. Yeah, but I really say that we're going to try to take the 220. So this could be a nice little run because we did beat on earnings. Mr. NTRS. I mean, it's not quite as sexy as some of the ones that we've seen. How did they do on earnings? Oh yeah, they barely beat. So nothing too great, but I mean, they've been on a beautiful trend for months now. I mean, what our last low was way over here in April, and we beat we took out the high, kind of came back in. I want to see this stock years ago. So we're going to 20 years ago. All right, so we're at all-time highs, all right? All-time highs right here. I don't see any problems with Northern. Let's draw, hold on. Let me see something. Kind of what I expected. So we're right at the 786 from this nice little move right here. So with that being said, everything has to do with the market on Monday. All right. So the market just craters. I'm not a reader, so I don't know. But if the market can kind of steady itself and we don't have any massive drops, and we can get above this 127, the 1658, and stay above the 1619, which is this 786, then I say we're going for the 123 right here. We're gunning for it. We had a head, basically almost a triple top, head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, drop. Cleared everybody out. Now I do see, let's try to go for the 123. Mr. Price. TROW Price. I mean, it kind of did what it was supposed to do. Get these earnings. So they were pretty decent. Not bad. We beat by 11 cents. But we basically did what it's supposed to do. Maybe my numbers are off just a little bit. As you can see, 41 cents. My numbers were off right here, but I don't know if I was exactly correct on my numbers right there, because we were off just a hair right here as well. However, look at this hammer. That was just amazing. That was gorgeous. How did we not pick this up and try to just go to the moon? Because that literally cleared out. I do remember this day, actually. 196. This was a nasty day. We had a great day. Now popped up, got hit on, hold on, hit exactly where we wanted it to be. And I would say we come down to the 212. However, we literally we're off by like points on each one of these places. So, pending the market, right, we could roll over, and we're still bullish all the way. I mean, we'll draw another Fibonacci, guys, just to see if we can be a little more accurate, right? So there we go. We dropped below the 786 and then closed above it. So that's pretty bullish in my book. So I mean, we'll just see what happens. this upcoming week, but I don't see any problem with T. Rowe Price trying to take out the 219. Yeah, I would sell calls against this all day, or sell puts, excuse me. Bank of America. I mean, when we came out earnings, decent earnings, 7/14, July 14th. I mean, that's quite some time ago. And we are headed to 43. Look at this massive move in all the banks. The banks were amazing last week. So I think the money shifted from the oil stocks into the banking stocks. They were working together, but they might have. We'd have to look at the energy sector. I'm saying this looking at the energy sector. So after this, go look in the energy sector to make sure that I'm saying the same thing, because I could be saying something very different. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, let's come down to the 786, kind of like all the banking says the same, right? Kind of sounds like the same, repeat over and over, rinse and repeat. Yeah, as long as the market doesn't just destroy us, I see us coming down, maybe to the 40, which is $1 and maybe $1.20. But I mean, I'd be a big buyer right around here, this area, because it kind of gives us a nice little flush. But be careful, because we could just hit the 41.26 and bounce. All has to do with the general market for the next week. KKR. I'm actually disappointed in this one. However, 719, we were at 56, and we bounced, or we went basically $12 from there. So it would make sense that, we got to come in a little bit, come down a little bit. It's okay, not a big deal. Let's see, let's get about our fib, make our little fibs from here to here, since we extended ourselves. And yeah, as long as we stay above this 65.46, I'm not really worried. But literally, we could come all the way down to 64, and I'm still not really worried. We literally could come all the way down to this 63 where we were here. Well, really not all the way down here. Well, we could, right up to 64, right? Anything above this 64.40, right? Because of this bar right here. All right. If this bar didn't reach all the way down here and bounce up, then I would say all the way down here, but it didn't. It closed above there. So anything above this 64.76, I'm a buyer. I like it. And Blackstone, kind of like KKR, I'm a little disappointed. However, it's already made its move. Right, July 19th, we were at 99. We're at 17 or 117. Let's look at where we were back. Wow, yeah, we have more than almost doubled since April. So no fear, this one's doing amazing. I have no problems with this one. I have no fights. We're holding this level right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on this level, but to me, this is just. What do you call it? It's just bringing up the moving averages. We don't have them on our charts right now. I'll probably need to put those on there. But it's just moving our moving averages up, and I see us breaking out of this little 115 and skyrocketing to 121. When I'm not really quite sure. Kind of generally on the market, but I see us coming up. The more the market goes up, the more Blackstone will go up, because it's just like more or less an institutional investor.